And we are live, and the doors of the Sanctum have been unlocked and opened for this week. And welcome everyone to the Sanctum Sanctorum. I am your illustrious host, Widow's Son. Wanderer will be joining me here in just the next few minutes. He's taking care of some stuff, and then he should be here just within the next few moments. Looks like everyone's starting to pile in. Sterno is here, and he was first. So let's go ahead. We'll make that clear. Sterno was first today. Vacuum's here. So looks like everybody will start piling in here in just the next little bit. So while we're still waiting on Wanderer, I want to take this opportunity to remind everyone that the next show of the Sanctum Sanctorum will be taking place on the 28th. Now, I am still getting together the details and everything for some big guests coming on, hopefully for that show, if everything works out. And if not, if they are unavailable, what we're going to do is we're going to do a panel show. So I'm still, like I said, in negotiations and working everything out with these particular guests, which I'm, like I said, I'm really excited about, but I'm not going to make the official announcement until we have everything locked down. So just be watching for. Just be watching the Discord, and also just be watching the channel and everything for when the reminder comes on. But I will be making the official announcement in the Discord once we get everything locked down. But it's a nice day to be here in the Sanctum, and I'm really glad that everyone's starting to pop in here. Looks like it's still Starno and Backham right here, and here he is, the awesome co-host, the Wanderer. What's up, my dude?
Hey, sorry I'm late. I had some stuff to do.
Look, I mean, we all need that private time. We get it, okay? No one's judging you here. This is a safe place.
I was crying.
You were crying. Were you crying? You
Yeah.
weren't crying. Were you crying in the shower in the fetal position?
Yes.
Why were you crying in the fetal position?
Because I think my girlfriend might be mad at me.
Oh no! What did you do?
Mainly because I said tonight, oh yeah, we'll go on a walk with Bobby and we'll just kind of talk and stuff because it's been like ages since we saw each other. And my parents randomly decided tonight, oh yeah, we're taking Bobby. You're gonna stay here and listen out for the shopping. So yeah, I kind of got stuck in a position where I couldn't get out of it. So yeah, she's a little bit mad at me for that.
Well, I mean, it's not your fault.
Yeah, I mean, I get the feeling that she's pissed off at me, but I mean, this was completely out of my control, and I did try my best to stop this from happening, but they were like adamant that they were taking Bobby, so it is what it is.
Well, I tell you what. Let's give you just a moment, because you've said before, she does listen to the show sometimes. So let's we'll give you just a moment to apologize publicly to her. Go ahead.
This is a message to Wanderer. You smell, you're a lemon, and I've got you a ring that you'll really like. Thank you very much.
Well, I didn't hear the words "I'm sorry" in there, but okay.
What do you mean? I'm a man. I can't say sorry.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
You just said it, man.
Yeah, but she ain't my girlfriend, dude. I can't apologize for you.
She's also not replying to my texts. Probably because she's studying, but that's usually a bad sign.
Well, I'm sure she'll forgive you.
Yeah, I'm sure. Everything's fine. Like, we never get into arguments or anything. This was just an unfortunate kind of thing that happened. Either way, I'm like fine, I guess. Shit's ramping up at college. We're finishing our pre-production stages of our game. Not this week, but next. So I'm kind of, rushing to get some concept art done and stuff like that. And it's coming out pretty well. I might even share it after the project's over.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And then What else is happening? Well, I've just mainly just been listening to unreleased or deleted Remo Drive songs on like SoundCloud and stuff, and
Uh,
just
Sterno says that he can apologize for you.
so you know nothing about apologies. You're Denmark, whatever the hell they call people from Denmark.
Oh, oh. I need to get back on that Townsend list that Bonk sent me again. I need to get back on it. I've listened to a couple more, but it was a few days ago, and I in the course of that time I have I slept wrong and thought that I had messed up my lower back, and luckily I didn't. For those of our listeners who aren't aware, I actually I had spinal surgery several years ago, and I have 3 discs fused in my lower back. My L3, L4, and L5 discs in my lower back all herniated, and I was in the beginning stages, if not already, with degenerative disc disease, and so I had to have 3 discs fused in my back, and so if I sleep wrong or fall or something and it affects my lower back in any way, I freak the fuck out. So that happened. Um, which, if I mean, just truth be told, um, let me just put it to you like this: if just to put a price tag on this, I have 60 grand invested into my lower back.
Jesus, I didn't even know that about you. Honestly, you never told me that before.
Well, you know, it's I mean, it's not anything like that I'm ashamed to say that I had to have done. I mean, Jesus Christ, if it wasn't for that, I would have just, I wouldn't be able to stand up straight or, anything like I can now. But there was that,
Yeah.
and then a couple of nights ago, I went to go and help Heretic and her boyfriend get their new couch. Which, I mean, as long as I'm, lift with your legs, not with your back, all kinds of stuff, and I'm careful, I can do stuff like that. Well, I went with them to go and pick up their new couch, and we get there. I get out of the truck and I'm walking, and they're moving it closer to the house so it'll be easier to load. And the ground was uneven, and I stepped wrong, and my left knee gave out.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Are you all right,
And
man?
yeah, man. And speaking of Heretic, there she is. Um,
You're telling this story. Oh my.
I'm telling the story. Um, but yeah, I mean, my left knee, like, I have just years of doing stupid shit with my friends and mosh pits and hardcore dancing and stuff like that. I have a blown cartilage point on each one of my knees. And when I stepped wrong and my knee gave out, I felt where it gave out at, and it was at that one point on my left knee where the cartilage is frayed or gone or something. So yeah,
Mm.
it was an interesting time, and strangely enough, it happened on Friday the 13th.
Oh, the unlucky days of unlucky days. Shit.
Oh, dude, to me that's just another day, man. Um, but interesting historical fact about Friday the 13th. Friday Friday the 13th. I can't remember the year. I want to say it was in the 14th. I know it was in the 14th or 15th century, but it was on a Friday the 13th that Jacques de Molay, who was the head of the Knights Templar, that's when the Templars all over Europe were raided and killed or tortured or burned at the stake. And Jacques de Molay, the leader of the Templars, was actually burned at the stake on that day. So,
Hmm.
Friday the 13th was originally a day set aside for a sex deed. Yes, it is. That is correct.
I didn't know that.
Then the church was all like, "Hell no!"
We do not appreciate that stuff in our Christian Minecraft server.
This is the furthest thing from Christian Minecraft anything.
I thought Doc was still trying to pick up girls on there.
No, Doc. Before he moved into his new apartment, I had made the comment that he was moving into that brothel down the street from his old apartment, and then he told me he bought it. And so I don't know what happened with that. I guess he's just making extra money on the side. Well, wait a minute. But wait a minute. Isn't there a oh God, not with the other big game.
Technically, my girlfriend, if you think about it logically, she's either a Halo girlfriend or a Minecraft girlfriend because we've played those two video games.
Oh, what's the other big one that everybody plays?
Fortnite.
Fortnite. Thank you. I don't play Fortnite or any of that. Like I was actually earlier, like before showtime, I just started playing Assassin's Creed 3 again for like the umpteenth hundredth time. I really need.
I think
really
a new Assassin's Creed just recently came out as well.
Yeah, the Valhalla just came out for Xbox.
Yeah.
But I can't afford one of the new systems right now. Like I said, I always stay like specifically like a system behind when it comes to stuff. Like, you know, when PS3 came out, I finally got a PS2, and then when PS4 came out, I finally got a PS3, and so now that PS5 is out, I'll try to get a PS4 whenever I can. Funny thing, um, because I don't have a PS4, I'm not familiar with the mechanics and the layout of them. And Wanderer, hang on, what's she saying? Wait until the second run of the new system. That's very, very true, but they're still always really expensive.
Once oh my god. Once I've managed to like get my PC and all the games from my Xbox onto my PC and stuff, because obviously I'll need to rebuy them and stuff. I have no qualms in sending an Xbox over if you need one.
Oh wow, man! I appreciate that, definitely.
It depends on like shipping costs and shit like that, but you know.
Right. The fucking disk ejection debacle of last. Yes, that's exactly what I was just about to talk about. Heretic and I have a movie night every so often, and we haven't had a chance to really get together and watch, a few movies and everything. And typically we do it on a Monday night. And last night was the first like Monday night in forever that we had actually got to do that. And we watched Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, The Dream Warriors. And we were sitting there and we watched it and we were getting it finished, and we go to try to get the disc out of the PS4. But being unfamiliar with the layout of it, we couldn't figure out how to eject the damn disc from the system. Because there was no button on it that we could find. I mean, like literally, we're just patting this system down to try to find an eject button. And finally, like she went through the system and like the settings and everything, and figured out how to eject the movie. But yeah, it was insane. Like put an eject button on the damn thing, for fuck's sake. I mean, it's not.
Did you steal it?
It's her boyfriend's, dude.
Wow, damn! It's not a cool, epic, tragic backstory of how you got a PS4. I actually had to like go to war for my Xbox, because basically my brothers blew out and he was like, I want to get a PS4, and I was like, well, I want an Xbox so I can still play Halo. And basically I had a lightsaber battle my brother, and I was the one that got the Xbox for Christmas, and my brother got a PS5 in July of like either last year, the year before that, or the year before that. I can't remember.
Yes, I was. I'm thinking maybe this is motion activated, and like it has to have like a certain number of hand waves or something to be able to spit it out. I don't fucking know, but
I will admit, right, that the PlayStation 4 as a console is very confusing to get your head around, whether it's the UI or whether it's like the box itself. I can never understand how to like turn on a PlayStation, put it on sleep mode, whatever. Like, let alone ejecting a disc, which is why I like Xbox's layout so much more, because you've got like a little button that you press to eject the disc or inject it, and you've got the power button, and then there's a couple of buttons around the side and stuff for like connecting controllers and shit like that, and that's about it. Like there's like 3 or 4 buttons and that's it, and they're all in pretty precise places where you can see them. Whereas on the PS4 it looks like shit.
Well, I mean, I've always been more PlayStation guy anyway. I mean, nothing against like that. Like it's like we were talking about a while back, like the first Xbox, and then the 360, and then the Xbox One. Those are great. I wouldn't mind having like an original Xbox, or a 360, or Xbox One or something like that. The only thing is that really irritates me about the systems and everything is you have to be signed in. Like you literally have to sign up for their networks in order to be able to do anything. Like even
yeah, like the subscription services and shit.
Well, no, like I mean the PlayStation Network, like you don't have to pay monthly for if you're not, paying online or playing online, or downloading games, or what have you. Because I mean,
it's only for multiplayer, isn't it?
I think I'm not really sure. But I mean, even to be able to use like Netflix apps and all of this, you have to be signed into the PSN in order to be able to even get them to work. And I'm like, well, okay. I mean, I'm not paying for it. But the one thing I've just about Xbox is like, I don't want to have to pay for network access. That's the one thing I don't want to have.
Yeah, that's something that's always bugged me about, consoles, like especially modern day ones, because they will charge so much. I think the only subscription service that I think is worth your money nowadays is Xbox Game Pass, mainly because you get like 200, 300 games free per like month. or something to download and try. And if you want to keep them, you can either keep paying for the Game Pass or actually buy the actual game. But it's cheaper than paying for Game Pass because then you at least get to play the games like through a month or two. And then just when you need to top it back up. But on top of that, also you've got to have Xbox Live unless it comes with Game Pass, and that costs another, £7 to £9. So yeah, it's a little bit annoying, which is I think why I'm switching to PC, because PC you just need an internet connection and that's it.
Well, see, I mean, the main thing, like with like, if you just say for like, if you sent me that Xbox, I mean, honestly, all I would do is just hook it up, turn it on. It'll save my game as I play it, and, and I won't even worry about hooking it up to the internet. I mean, I would hook it up. I mean, I'm sure because I'd have to probably do an update on it or whatever. But honestly, I just don't. I don't want to have to pay for like the network access and all this other shit. I just want to play games, dude. If I want to get on YouTube that bad while like while I'm playing something, I'll get on my Chromebook or pull up my phone or what have you. I think we lost Wanderer. Wanderer hates Sterno confirmed. Wanderer, are you still there, man?
Yeah, I was having a couple internet issues. Basically, I'm going to switch to my alternate connection and see if that's any better because I'm just constantly cutting out and shit on my end. So
Is it working all right now?
okay, there we go.
Hello?
Hello?
Are
Hello?
you there? Can you hear me?
I'm here. I can hear you.
Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure. Um,
Okay.
Everybody's probably trying to stream and, stream something and all of that at the exact same time that we're doing this.
Oh my fucking god! Don't even tell me about it, man. Because my entire household. So right now, you should have my phone connected to the internet. I'll have my laptop connected to the internet. Sometimes if I'm playing Xbox before the show, I'll have that still on by an accident. My brother's playing PS4 right now online with his friends. He's got his phone connected to that. My parents connected. They're watching something on TV downstairs. So my internet is strained right now. And to add it on top, our internet is currently fucking broken. So we're getting somebody out tomorrow to fix it, and hopefully that'll mean that our connection's better.
Well, I mean, it sounds like when I was having that trouble getting onto Discord on Wi-Fi for like a day or so.
Yeah, that's imagine that, but like constant. Like the Wi-Fi routers in my room, right? So my dad, whenever he was having Wi-Fi trouble downstairs, would interrupt my streams, literally walk into my room and switch on the TV to fix the Wi-Fi, and do all this weird heebie-jeebie shit with the Sky Q box. It's a load of bollocks. We shouldn't have to deal with that every single night. So basically, that's why I stream so much. Also, that's kind of why my connection's a little bit shitty sometimes because my stupid internet provider is just fucking with us, and I don't know why.
Well, I mean, it could be a number of things. It could be that you just don't have enough bandwidth to support all of those devices at one time, or you could just be having like a modem problem.
So we're on like a fiber broadband deal. So our our like TVs, they act as like a little bit of like a sensor or a booster, if you know, if you will. So where there's a box, there will be somewhat of a stronger connection. For some reason, the connection downstairs is weaker than the one in my room. It makes sense to be the strongest because the Wi-Fi routers here. I've got a SkyQ box here in my room as well. Downstairs, there's only one box, and my brother's got a booster. The booster's doing shit in my brother's room, and he's always coming into my room saying, "Is the Wi-Fi working?" No, it's not. It hasn't been working for 3 fucking months now.
Well, I mean, look at it this way. I mean, also, the signal downstairs can be weaker because I mean, it's got to travel through flooring and
Yeah, but
piping
I
and all
mean,
kinds of stuff. So it
I'm
sounds
not
like you
quite
probably
sure.
it sounds like you probably just have like something's going on with your modem or your box. They may just need to change it out.
Yeah, definitely. Basically, we've had a look. Our bandwidth, it fits our house. Like I can get a Wi-Fi connection to the end of my street. Um, but but the problem has been identified by the person on the phone. They did a service scan, and they are basically going to be having a look tomorrow to see if they can fix it. But we're not quite sure because every time we reset it, it would say, "Oh yeah, everything's fine. The Wi-Fi is fine. Your connection to this SkyQ box is fine. Everything else is fine." And but it wasn't really. They've identified an internal problem, and we don't know what that internal problem is. So we're gonna find out tomorrow, I guess.
Well, good luck with that. Because I mean, I don't keep very much. I mean, the main things that are connected to mine that I use are my Fire Stick because I'm always watching it on my TV, my cell phone, and my Chromebook when I'm using it. But other than that, I mean, I don't have and my PlayStation when it's turned on. So I don't have a lot really feeding off of my signal, and my signal's secure, so I know that nobody else is using it. So
Yeah, I mean, my brother's nearly as soon as he steps in the door from school, he's always on his PlayStation. I'm rarely on my Xbox anymore. I'm only on my laptop when I need it to be, and my phone's always on 4G. So there's obviously something wrong here. If like my parents' phones are connected to the Wi-Fi, the TVs are connected to the Wi-Fi and stuff, and my brother's only on the Wi-Fi, and they're all getting problems. There is obviously something wrong if all my stuff's offline, and
yeah,
even
definitely.
I'm problems right next to the box. So there's definitely something weird's going on. Something fishy's going on.
It. I'm telling you, it's got to be. It's. I mean, honestly, if I have to give my non-professional opinion, I really think it's probably your modem or something to do with the wiring somewhere. You
Dude,
may
yeah,
inadvertently have like a bad
definitely.
cable.
No, I don't even think it's to do with the cables. I think it's just the modem itself because his modem has been a piece of shit since we got it, right? The amount of times that I've been playing a Halo game, I've been jumping about across the map and dying because of this. And then I've just grabbed the modem, I've screamed, and then I've like had the urge to just break it over my knee. It's so annoying. Like I hate it so much.
Did you have you tried kicking it?
I've punched it multiple times, but since it's on a desk, I can't really get my leg back there. But trust me, if I could, I would. I would kick it straight in the balls. They call me the ball assassin for a reason, you know. Boris Johnson hacking Wanderer. It is true. It is true.
He hears you. He hears how much shit you talking about being British, so he's hacking.
He's heard how much shit I've talked about him and his stupid government, and now he's trying to take vengeance, so I can't stream anymore. Maybe it's the triple CP anyway. Huh. I mean, I don't want to get too conspiracy theorist there. You know, it's just a game theory.
uh, no, I think you're probably. I don't think it's a. It doesn't sound like a conspiracy theory. I think it's the truth. I think it's the truth.
Yeah, man. They're,
They're
they're trying
watching.
to they're trying to they're trying to inject COVID-19 in my modem.
What?
It came from a lab, dude. The Earth is flat. 480p videos. I love that. You know when you just like sometimes I just watch like really really bad videos in like 188p, like as low as I can get it, just for the pure like entertainment and like being able to laugh at it. Like there's some videos that just need to be watched in like very very low quality, just for their meme.
It's hard. I mean, nowadays it's really hard to like want to watch anything in low resolution.
Yeah, because we got like 4K, 8K even with like the Xbox Series X and stuff. Like resolution is on the up and up. Like I don't even think 4K is going to be the limit anymore. There are going to be there's going to be like millions and millions and millions of pixels now. Although I don't think we really need any more pixels than we already have. Really, I honestly think that there's some improvements that can be made, but honestly, I think the current pixel count we've got is fine. Check the internet speed. Usually it's pretty when updating stuff. It takes like an hour or two to update Halo the Master Chief Collection, and that's like 6 games in one. So it's definitely something to do with my modem. It's definitely to do with my modem. Something's fishy. Something fishy is going on because I have an Ethernet connection. It was still shit. So it's definitely the modem.
Well, hopefully it will all get worked out tomorrow. Hey, what's up, K Dog?
Hello, dog of K's. Oh, I just realized I gotta tidy my desk and my whole ass fucking room because the dude's coming tomorrow. But then I realized, oh, it's all good. As long as my dad walks Bobby in the morning, I should be able to get this done in the morning or like late on the night. I don't know.
Do it
Sometime
before you go
it'll
to
get
bed.
done sometime.
Do it before you go to bed.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. As soon as I come off the show, text my girlfriend, pick up that fiver so that the scummy internet man does not steal it from me.
Do you not carry
And
a
then just tidy
wallet?
everything around. I just got it out of my wallet. My wallet's downstairs for some reason. Why is my wallet downstairs? It should be in my little bum bag.
That 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 fiver was on your desk when you were streaming, doing that test stream last week.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just haven't, like, I don't touch my wallet. Like, I don't take it to college, I don't take it out or anything, because I've got no excuse to take it anywhere, really.
Well, you're gonna need money if you want something.
Apple Pay.
Oh God.
I mean, to be honest, I probably even shouldn't use my bank money, because all of that is going towards my PC. But I think right now, I have extremely sufficient funds if I wanted to get something out on the town. And nearly everywhere, bar like people who are obviously evading like tax stuff, they all have contactless pay now. So
Well, I mean, okay, and plus, I mean, you don't drive or anything like that, so I guess.
nah, I do want a motorbike though.
Well, that means you have to get a license, which means that you will have to have that in your wallet, which means that you would have to carry it.
Yeah, but that would give me just a reason to carry my wallet. I don't have a reason to carry my wallet right now. There's like 2 pennies and my lucky shilling, and that's about it in my wallet. Plus like a couple cards and stuff. Like I've got a gift voucher in there that's expired like 3 years ago. Cathode ray tube screens shooting that mind control X-rays into your brains. I'm having a stroke reading this, dude. What the?
Right.
I read cathode
Don't
ray
trust
tube screens.
don't
Trust your
don't-
bus driver.
Hey, what's up, Dumpky?
Oh,
Oh.
oh yeah. When I was going into the exam the exam hall last week and stuff. I had 3 different exams. They had to shoot me in the head with a laser.
Oh, to take your temperature?
Yeah, I think honestly, if your temperature's above 37 or higher, that's when you burst into flames.
Lord.
Spain
So,
bro is here. Hello, Dumpkey.
well, how did? So you don't find out about your test and everything until what? January?
January, February time, which I think is a piss take. I would really, really prefer if it was back to the old system. Obviously, like coronavirus has made it difficult for marking and stuff, but basically, I don't get to find out my marks until late February, which is going to be a wonderful birthday present. And well, yesterday actually, it was really funny. I think it was either yesterday or the day before. It's Tuesday today, so yeah, it was literally yesterday. My friend who was in my class was like, "Oh, Wanderer mate, I've got me test results. You know, I've done shit." I was like, "What the?" And then the class, and then we were saying, "Yeah, apparently he's got his test results." Which, first off, you told us we were getting them in February. How does that make sense? And then they were like, "Oh no, these are just your cobbled together grade from last year because obviously we didn't sit an exam last year." So they're like pseudo grades. So I don't know why they're giving out the skip for them.
British power armor, man.
It is indeed me. That is me.
BPA. BPA.
They call me the CEO of the BPA Foundation.
What you gonna do about it? So,
yeah, I'm a big deal.
have you have you decided or not if you're gonna design the ranch bed? Wanderer. Hello. I think we lost him. Okay, so he's having some Wander's having some internet issues, but that is all right. So now my turn to replace him. well, while Wander's getting all that sorted out, no, we're getting close to Thanksgiving and everything, which is in like another week or yeah, it's in like another week or two. Um, so I hope. There he is. Welcome back.
Hello. Hi, sorry about that. Technical difficulties. My internet's choosing to shit itself on its final day before the internet guy comes and kicks his ass. So it's putting up a real fight.
Well, then you're gonna have to put it in its place.
I'll show you who's boss, you stupid modem. Yeah, I'm the CEO of BPA. I'm kind of a big deal over here.
Oh my god.
I want him dead because he's cramping my business. That's a reference to Gizmo from Fallout 1. Speaking of which, who I just killed in my own personal playthrough the other day. It's just some fat dude sitting in a chair, like moping over how he's got so much money and he wants to kill some dude. And I was like, nah, I would like your money, please, sir. So I shot him dead.
Sterno and Donkey were going back and forth talking about who was going to replace you.
Honestly, man, the only person that's gonna replace me is me. I will create a clone of myself.
I, I was just about to say that he's going to send a clone.
Reject the Wanderer, embrace Wanderer 2, Electric Kazoogaloo, the new host of the Sanctum Sanctorum show.
Wait, the new host. Wait a minute now. There can
Co-host
look.
even.
I
There's
was
three
about to say
hosts.
now. Look, I am like the Highland. You boy Widow
You're
here,
kind of a
like
big deal.
Highlander. No, I'm like the Highlander. There can be only one.
You're kind of a big deal.
I hope to make Sean Connery proud. So you got big plans for thanks? Do y'all do Thanksgiving over there?
Nah, cause you see, I'm British, like, so we're all like Scrooge over here. Like, honestly, I don't even feel festive this year. Like, I don't feel very Christmassy per se.
Well, we've got Thanksgiving coming up here in another week or just a little over a week, and so I'm and this is I mean this is what and it's actually going to be the weekend like we'll be doing the next episode um because that's like I said that's going to be on the 28th, and I'm still working on everything for for the big guests that we're going to announce. You know who I'm working on uh trying to get everything worked out, but we're not going to say anything until we get everything locked down.
Yeah,
Um,
it's all classified for now, boys. All will be revealed soon.
right. Um, so this is basically what like it's going to be Thanksgiving for me. I have to work the night before.
Dog. You know what? You know what happened to me like twice in a row?
What?
So, New Year's Eve, I had to work. Christmas Eve, I had to work. I worked this Halloween. So they basically stuck me on all of the festive shifts. So basically any sort of like, festivities or like, festive emotions have just been ripped from my soul because I've been working every single one of them for the last year.
Well, I mean, y'all are back on lockdown now, so maybe maybe you won't have to work Christmas.
Yeah, so suck my ass. You can't give me a Christmas Eve shift now. I will chillax, max and relax. It's
I
just
have
the way it is.
I already know I have to work. I have to work Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, and New Year's Day.
Christ, that's awful.
But I'm off for Thanksgiving, and this is basically what's going to happen. I have to work the night before Thanksgiving, from 11 at night to 7 in the morning. I'm going to get off at 7 o'clock that morning, drive back to Mississippi to my mom's house on no sleep, like being up all night working and then like not sleeping. Drive to her house for Thanksgiving, eat, help her cook, eat, um, me and her eat dinner, and then I'm going to go ahead and while I'm in town, I'm going to go ahead and go out, and I'm going to um, pay my respects to my dad, and then I'm going to drive back home and go to my friend's house that evening. Like as soon as I get back to town, like drive over to Heretic's house, Heretic and her boyfriend's place for what they're doing for Thanksgiving. Stay over there for a little while and then come home. That's going to be my Thanksgiving day. So
Jesus.
by the time, needless to say, by the time I get home, I'm gonna walk in with like a ton of leftovers, and I will just come in, put it all in the refrigerator, change my clothes, and then probably just like pass out. Like literally
Happy
just
Thanksgiving.
Like, come in, put the food away, change the clothes, pet the cats, make sure they've got food and water, and just be like, find just whatever on YouTube and just go to sleep.
Yeah. I mean,
Because
honestly, dude, if I've got any like recommendations for that drive, dude, lots of coffee and also listen to some of the unreleased Remo Drive songs. That will really help you.
honestly, probably what it's going to end up being is it's going to end up being NOS grape energy drink, um, cigarettes, and probably something to like kind of hold my attention. Like I may turn on like I may turn on like a documentary or something, and just something just to keep my brain stimulated and just be like what, I never knew that about whatever in the hell this is I'm listening to, or something like that. But yeah, oh it's gonna be
Sounds like a fun ride.
well, I mean, it's only well from here to my mom's house is only like 45 minutes maybe.
Oh, that's not too bad. I thought you meant like an hour or two drive, which is
It
that's rough on a no sleep.
well it'll well, I mean, altogether it's probably just close to an hour. But I mean, I know that stretch of highway like the back of my hand, so I'll make it, I'll make it in good time, and then like I said, and I'm just gonna take a change of clothes and grab a shower while I'm over there, and then we'll finish cooking and we'll eat, and then we'll go visit my dad, and then then I'll start heading back before the sun goes down, because now that daylight savings time has kicked in, uh, it gets dark, like pitch dark around here about 5 o'clock.
Oh my god.
Like,
That's
but
like
don't
sorry.
don't you start that yawning shit, or I will come through this microphone and I will slap the pink armor off you.
Dude, I was waking up this morning. I set my alarm for 6:30 and I was up by like 7:15 and I need to be out the house by 8. And I woke up, I was like, fuck.
I swear, if I start yawning because of you, Lord help you.
There's all
Lord
the
help
talk about working all night, man.
me. I'm used to it by now. I mean, shit, I've been
But
doing.
yeah, dude, light savings around here, it's rough. It gets dark like around it gets dark around 3:30. It really does.
The sun starts going down probably. Hang on, let me update the little weather thing here, and then I'll pull it up. Let's see what time the sun will be going down. The sun will officially go down at about 4:45 today. So, which means that, or that's sunset. So by about 5 o'clock, it'll look like it's about 8 o'clock at night outside. I think his internet went out again. I hear something. It sounds like an amplifier. Oh, his internet. Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. So right now, what I'm going to do while Wanderer's getting internet situated and everything like that, because honestly, I mean, he's there, so he must still have some kind of connection. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm pulling the Discord up. If Discord will load, there we go. I'm going to have this ready here because I may send out a random link here in just a moment, have someone come in and join us. And I sent one to Stew Dog, and I was hoping he may pop in here for a bit. Are you back? Wanderer, I can still kind of hear you. There's something going on in the background. So and he dropped out. So still looking around, still looking around. And I think I know who I'm gonna pull in here. Give me just a second, everybody. Oh, the Chromebook is really pissing me off right now because I'm trying to get something pulled up and it's just running really, really slow. I think Wanderer's internet problems have inadvertently gotten into my internet signal now. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. My bulb to my wax warmer blew, and now my ambiance is ruined. If I had a spare one, man, or if I had a wax burner, I would, or warmer, or whatever you want to call it, I would be glad to bring you a bulb. But unfortunately, I don't have one right now. That's one thing I definitely need to get. I don't have I don't have a PayPal or anything, Dumpy, so it'd be kind of hard for you to send me $10. Okay. So it looks like his internet is still down right now. So yes, bribe did fail because, like I said, I don't have a PayPal or anything like that. I'm still I need to I need to get back up with Doc and Wanderer at some point and see about seeing if we can maybe find like work out like tip system or something like that for us um to see what we can do. So but we will definitely get that worked out at some point. I can promise you that. All right, so what we're gonna do? Oh, looks like he's like Wander may be back on here. Hopefully. Our chats are thirsty. All right, so I'm looking through Discord now. Give me just a second. Sorry for all the delays, guys. All right, so I've got. All right, I got the link ready to go. So let's see. All right, I'm about to send it to one person. All right, I've sent it out to one person, and once they get in here, we will reveal who that person was. All right, here we go. Everybody here who has received the link.
Hello.
What's up, dude? What's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, not much, man. Just still waiting for Wonder. I guess he's still having some connection issues.
Yeah, internet
But
can
how
be a
you
bitch in some cases.
right? How you been, man?
Well, now it's supposed to be like the end of the semester, like a week or two. And I still have like 9 exams to do, so
Good God, how many
kind
how
of
many
busy.
classes do they make you take?
Well, I have to do the basic, Catalan, Spanish, English, science, biology, technology, maths, PE, and then I have to do economy and Latin. So it's pretty tight.
I, dude, I no. Mm. I was never a test taker in school at all, and so oh God, every time you guys talk about all these tests that you got to take and shit, I'm just like, no, just fucking no, dude. I could.
Yeah, it never it's never something positive when you take a test. It's like, oh, I have to waste like 3 hours or four learning these things that I'm going to forget like next week.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. But hey, at least you have high marks if you study, so I guess that's good.
Well, I mean, all honestly, I mean, like all my teachers in high school and my professors in college and everything, they would always tell me the same thing. Like, you're very intelligent, you're just lazy. I'm like, yeah, you're
Oh yeah, they
you're
tell me
right.
that.
I'm like, no, I mean, I looked one of my high school teachers in the face and I told her, I'm like, yeah, you're right. I am, because I think that I don't really gain anything from homework, and I think that tests are pretty much a waste of time, because I mean, I'm just regurgitating shit back to you.
You're right.
And
Most stuff is useless. Like,
it's like when I went to college. I went to college for broadcasting and
oh,
wanted to work
nice.
in the radio and wanted to work in the radio business. And then when and while I was in school, I ended up working at I ended up working at a radio station for a while.
Oh, cool.
But while I was going to school for my broadcasting degree, I'm having to take things that were not associated in any way with what I was trying to study. Like, I was still having to take like biology and fucking algebra and all this. And I'm like, why am I having to take algebra when it has nothing to do with broadcasting?
Yeah.
I don't plan on going into the engineering side as far as like, you know, working on signals and equipment and all of that. Like, I'm actually wanting to do broadcasting as a whole, like be
Yeah,
on the air and shit.
I can see that, but like you're going from more general studies to more specific studies. But I believe that at that point you should be able to be like, okay, I want to do this type of broadcasting. Like, like decide like two types. Like for example, there's this course here, this type of course. Time to use my. There's this type of course here between high school and university, which is like 2 years,
Yeah.
and you basically do like a bit of prepping. And there's two types of artistic one. For example, you have the arts and crafts and the music one.
Right.
So, okay, that's what I'm trying to say basically. That there should be like two types of stuff to be more specific instead of one. For examples like this.
Oh, right. But I mean, the whole thing with it is just like, if I wanted to go into something like mathematics or science based, I could see me having to take all these classes. Now, like, because I had to take like speech, and one course I needed to take was voice and diction, and another one was writing and advertising. And uh, two of the classes that I needed, they didn't have at the college I was going to, and I was actually looking at transferring to another that had them, because then I would have been done with my degree in like a year, or maybe a semester, like maybe even like a semester. And but I'm like, I don't, and like the only things like the only classes I really enjoyed were um history, English, psychology, and I took an astronomy course one
Ooh.
year as an elective. And of course, it was a night class, obviously. Um,
You gotta see the stars. I mean,
well, yeah, but I mean, at the same time, it sucked going to class one day a week at night, you know, or a couple of times a week at night. It'd be like, you know, 5:36, you know, something like that. And
hmm.
my roommate, my roommate that year in the dorm, he was just like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Oh, I gotta go to class, dude. I got astronomy right now." So he was just like, "Why?" He thought I was crazy because I had a class at night, and I'm just like, "Well, either that, or you know, I got to take something else that is not going to interest me." So, but anyway, so how's all the music coming along, dude?
Well, I did a bit of a basic thing with the thing you gave me,
Mm,
the Gregorian singing. So
right.
I tried doing something like a theme show type of thing.
Well, you and I are kind of we're gonna kind of work on that behind the scenes, because once we kind of get that done, what my plan is right now is to kind of do a debut on the show coming up on the 28th. So
Yeah, we can work on it. I do have some free days and everything.
I just got that message you sent me. I still haven't heard back from Wanderer.
Yeah, he's online on Discord, so he
Yeah,
should
he
be
is.
there.
I sent him a message, but he didn't say anything.
Well, he's also still listening to Spotify, so I guess it's. I don't know.
Let me send him the link again, just in case, because I figured he would have been back by now.
Hmm.
Just in case he couldn't get it. Do you have Thanksgiving plans and everything?
We don't celebrate it here. That's the thing.
Oh wow.
We we literally don't do anything.
Do you guys have anything like similar to it, just like at a different time of year?
Uh, no. What we do have is Black Friday, of course. So I'll be wasting my money on some cool games.
Yeah, I got. Don't even get me started about Christmas shopping. I still got to get. I still got to start. I still got to start doing mine. But I don't. Let's see. I only have. Let's see. One, two, three, four, four. I have like maybe 4 or 5 people to buy for this year, and that's it.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, which I already know I already know what I'm going to get my mom. Um, I know what I'm getting my mom. I know what I'm getting. Um, Heretic's boyfriend. He's a good friend of mine. I know what I'm going to get him. I just have to figure out what the hell I'm going to get Heretic and what the hell I'm going to get my cousin, and then like
Hmm.
that's it. So, and I mean, I already know one thing that my mom will more than likely get me for Christmas is Amazon gift card, which I mean that will already be spent. You know, I'll already be planning out how that's going to be spent before I even get back home to spend it.
Of course. For now, I only buy stuff for myself on Christmas. Maybe buy like my parents the typical gift, but most of the money I take on myself. Just
Well, I always would buy. I would always try to get something for my dad, at least.
Yeah, I always do.
Get my mom something, get my dad something. When I actually had a girlfriend, I would of course get her something, or I would, I would get in trouble, for not buying a Christmas gift.
I can relate to that a bit, actually.
Do what?
Basically, my girlfriend is she's in kind of a let's say restrictive household.
Mm.
So if I decide to save up and buy her one of those drawing tablets that she desires, she's going to be in deep trouble. So I can't do that.
And wait a minute. Hey,
He's here.
back.
Dude, fuck this. Okay, so we got my Wi-Fi working. Then my parents decided to give me a big old ramble about, work legality and all that shit, and say, "Oh yeah, you go." Do not care. I do not care. I'm trying to do something here. I do not care.
Shut it! I am gaming.
Yeah, go work your cringe 9 to 5. I'll be gaming.
Well, at
Fucking
least.
sick of this dude.
Well, I'm sorry that you had to get a lecture before you could come back and join us.
I did indeed commit angry.
You committed angry.
He committed angry.
I committed arson as well.
War
My
crimes
entire
in
house
third
is
world
burning
countries.
around. My entire house is literally burning down around me.
This is
And
fine.
this is fine. I just decided to spend my final moments on the Sanctum Sanctorum show.
He's like that dog.
What a way to go out!
Right, he's like that dog sitting at the breakfast table with a cup of coffee in front of him. There's a fire raging around him. This is fine. This is
Okay,
fine.
Stern,
What's that show called? I know exactly what you're referencing. I've completely forgot
That's
the name
the
of the
best
show.
idea ever. Oh jeez.
By her, the big chunk of shit.
Big chunk. of shit.
Wait, context. What are we talking about?
So he was talking about buying Christmas gifts, and he brung up the girlfriend thing that he would get in trouble. So I said, "Hey, I can relate to this." I think you know her already, Wonder. She's like in my server. You've talked to her
I've
already.
vaguely spoke to her.
Yeah,
Vaguely.
And we already know what Wanderer got his lady for Christmas, so he may inadvertently have to give it to her early since she's I guess mad at him right now.
But it's not just any ring, you see. You see, I just said a ring, so she'd be like, "Oh, it's just a piece of jewelry." This is no ordinary ring. This is a Halo ring. She can literally destroy the entire galaxy with one flick of a switch. Dude, I literally,
that's cool.
dude, I'm such a good boyfriend that I literally bought the entirety of Installation 04 for my girlfriend.
Wow. I was saving up to buy mine a drawing tablet, one of those fancy ones.
Oh yeah, oh that's sick.
I was trying to, but she would get in trouble, so I decided not to.
I had a friend who was like a fucking expensive drone, and he crashed it within 2 days.
Oh my God! What was he trying to draw on it?
Oh, I thought you said a. Oh no, my bad. I just misheard.
Oh, okay.
Do I need to buy you a box of Q-tips for Christmas, Wanderer?
I actually cleaned my ears the other day. I think I'm just slowly going deaf because the amount of times I've had typo and Remo Drive on full blast in my ears on the bus and the metro home. It's immeasurable.
Listening to music on max volume is I think I do most of the time.
Dude, I feel that. I've been doing it since the age of 15. I was like, hey,
same.
Volume's a thing.
Yeah, same thing actually.
Right.
Well, most of my stuff I mix it on volume at max, which isn't healthy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, oh God. I mean, try going to like local punk rock and hardcore shows, and like literally you're pretty much most of the time, unless you're standing in the back of the back of the venue, you're literally like 3 feet away from the PA.
There's
Yeah,
only ever been
it's
like
loud.
2 concerts around here that you'd probably take interest in. There was a Metallica one, and there was a Steel Panther one, and my friend Oliver went to both.
Oh,
Apart
nice.
from that, there's nothing around here. There's like literally what MC up and coming like bands that are probably shit.
Well, see,
You've got the Vamps.
Well, see, that's what you need to do is you need to find out and look into local or area underground music scenes, because literally that's what the because the city back in Mississippi where Doc and I are from, I was completely unaware that there was this, like, because I was just getting into heavy music at that point, but I was completely unaware that there was this underground, like, punk rock scene. And I started hanging out with some of the punk rock kids in school, and one of them one day come up to me and handed me a flyer for a show that was going on at a VFW hall in the city we lived in. And I'm like, dude, what's this? And he's like, have you not been to the shows before? I'm like, no. He's like, well, make sure you come out. And like, there were like, I think maybe 3 or 4 bands playing. It was only like $2 to get in. And I
Now
started,
that's old school.
yeah.
And
And
now
so
that is a bargain.
Yeah.
And I started just going to like local punk rock shows like all the time, like every weekend or every other weekend. I'd get home from school, and about 7 o'clock or so, I would be getting ready to walk out the door, and my mom would look at me and she'd be like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, I'm going to the VFW hall, or I'm going to this club, or
The library. You're going to the library to study.
Oh no, I told her exactly where I was going. I'm going to a show. I'll catch you later. And
It's like that video of that dude who's watching like hentai or something in his room, and his mom knocks on his door, like, "Steven, what are you doing in there?" Drugs.
Drugs.
Nothing. But
It's the same thing where he's wearing the maid outfit. He's like, "Steven, what are you doing in there?" Drugs.
Yeah.
I'm smoking crack. But no, that's what you should do. Like, look in and see if you know, like, anybody that you know that's into music, like especially like rock or metal or punk or something like that. They've got to know somewhere close by that has like underground shows. Start going to the underground shows, man. That's where you can really. That's honestly where I started learning about like a lot of like the punk rock that I got into, like I was already into the Misfits, but older Misfits, I should say.
Yeah.
The Dead Kennedys and Black Flag and fucking Agent Orange and
The Circle Jerks,
DRI, Social D.
I think honestly, my friend Ollie would probably be able to get me touched up with some of these, but sadly he's, as of today, in self-isolation because one of his family members tested positive. So
oh damn.
Yeah, man, I send my thoughts and prayers to my buddy Oliver.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Thoughts and prayers to the Olive Man.
The Olive Man.
Yeah, the Olive Man.
The Olive Man.
Hey, Widow, did you hear the new System of a Down song? Well, couple of songs.
No, I haven't listened to those yet. Honestly, I mean, I like System, but to me, they really kind of were a little bit too blown out of proportion after Toxicity came out.
Would you guys like have your mind blown if I told you that I've listened to two of a Down songs before and I actually really like them?
Cool.
Yeah, that's really cool, man.
The last two songs are actually kind of a protest. So
Yeah, that's what
cool.
I've been. That's what I was reading about. I mean, honestly, the one band that I wish would get back together and stay together, especially right now, is Rage Against the Machine.
I mean, all I wish for is a new album. That's it with Sanctorum.
If you've never listened to if you've never listened to his hip hop, like the actual hip hop that he does, like outside of,
I have.
and it's amazing. He is
It's
incredible.
really good.
Well, speaking of all this music talk that we're on right now, Wanderer, it is your time, my buddy.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
What's he
Wanderer
gonna
music
review
review,
today?
but technical difficulties edition.
Wanderer Fantano.
Yeah, internet's busiest power armor, dude. The CEO of BPA.
I was
Coming
going to
in
say
hot with a new review.
I was going to say Wanderer chills actually.
Wanderer
Childerer.
chills.
Hey, Jesus Christ! How much you sound like him is just uncanny.
Literally about to go commit arson. BRB, fellers. All right.
All right.
So
So to answer Dumpkey's question, this week he was doing "Wait" from the Rollins Band and "Portrait of an American Family" from Marilyn Manson.
Oh, nice. I mean, that's
I'll start
my
off with
the only album I actually like.
What? What?
Yeah.
Dude. Now, granted, Portrait is amazing.
I mean,
I mean,
just don't like most of his stuff.
Antichrist was super good, and Mechanical Animals to me is amazing. But of course, I mean, I like David Bowie.
I mean, I listened to them when I was 12, and that's all I remember. So I should probably take a good listen again.
The Dark Times. 12 years old.
Right.
Oh, I was so edgy
Alright,
into
so,
Nirvana and That's it.
I thought you were going to
both
say My
bands I
Chemical
listened to.
Romance. I was about to strangle
That
you.
was when I was 8, and I still have all the albums on CD.
Hang on
Not kidding.
just a second. Let me.
I'm
Oh,
not
the shit
kidding.
condenses in chat.
Yeah, I
condenser.
know.
Wait,
Oh.
are you dead? Is you alive, dude?
Hang on. I'm going to send him one since we hadn't talked to him in a while.
This is like a crossover episode.
Yeah, dude. It's like the
apparently-
call-in show that I was telling you about.
Well, once I can figure out how to integrate Discord and everything, it'll be a lot easier. All right, Cadenza, I sent you a link in Discord, so
I think honestly the only way that you'd
We
be
need to
able to
get
integrate
Sterno in here.
Discord and Streamlabs or whatever is to use like Streamlabs or OBS. Personally, I find OBS really easy to use. I'll probably be utilizing that a lot for game streams in the future when I get my PC. But
yeah.
Actually, for my streams, I use Streamlabs because it's kind of easier for me.
yeah, I mean it comes down to preference at the end of the day. I don't like Streamlabs personally. I'm much more comfortable with just either the Xbox Twitch
classic.
interface, StreamYard, or like OBS.
Bonk is late.
We need to get
Bonk, I
Sterno
can't
in
believe
here.
you, dude.
He's going to start spinning facts about the Danish crown or something.
Oh, can I please bully him?
Mox.
Yo,
Simp for Moxie.
it's Gangster Wanderer starts rapping about the Enclave Advanced Power Armor servos in the kinetic, in the knees.
Starts
in the
rapping
knees
the
of the
entire
kinetic
Wanderer lore.
servos. Yeah, so story starts in February 2240. When this dude was born, he was
A baby.
Yeah. He was literally a baby. And he didn't even live to the age of 40. That's kind of a bit sus. That's kind of shady.
That's kind of cringe.
No more cringe than what I was just looking at.
Oh
What
no.
were you looking at?
What were you looking at?
I'm scared.
Yeah, you should be, because Heretic just sent me this picture of Shani's new thumbnail, apparently, for one of her new videos. And,
Oh
Oh
no.
Christ! Don't show it!
God.
Don't show it! Don't show
I'm-
it! Don't show
no,
it! Do
I'm
not show
not.
it!
If it's the one in the Discord, yeah, then it's real funny.
I will
No,
die
it's
of
not
pain.
funny. It's terrifying.
Oh,
I will die of
I
pain
mean-
and death.
he looks like Nosferatu. Let's be honest.
Dude, I've just thought of like a fashion thing.
But I sent you a link. If you want to pop in here, feel free to. But Wander, go ahead and let's get started.
All right, before I get into my music review of my camera, look at this, dude. Like a bandana made out of like dollar notes and stuff. That could be a pretty cool idea. Like
You mean
know,
quid?
yeah, like yeah, it's made out of 5 quid. This is the equivalent to 12 shillings. Actually, it's not. No, it's not.
Margaret
either way.
Thatcher.
Margaret Thatcher crippled the economy of the Northeast by shutting down. Right, I'm done. Reviewing Rolling
Yeah.
Band. Okay. So the album I'm reviewing is Wait, and honestly, dude, this gave me quite a lot of like Rage Against the Machine vibes. Mainly because it was the vocal deliveries and stuff, and some of the instrumentals as well. But I really, really enjoyed this album. I'm not gonna lie. This album was honestly really, really damn good. I would say even I enjoyed this slightly better than Rage Against the Machine, but that's just my opinion. And that's probably a very hot take. Either way, so the first song, Disconnect. I thought this was an absolute kick-ass way to open up the album. I really, really enjoyed this track. Everything from like the vocals to the instrumental, it was just all beautiful. And honestly, it was quite refreshing because this was just the first track, and I knew there was a lot more just absolutely wonderful songs to come. So then we get on to Fool. Honestly, Fool wasn't a bad track. In my opinion, it was it was a decent track. It wasn't quite god tier as much as like Disconnect was, but it was up there. It was up there. I was definitely less of a fan of Fool than I was Disconnect. Let's just say that. Icon, in my opinion, Icon, it has the potential to be a banger, but it just really didn't click with me. And I'm sure a lot of people enjoy this track who listens to Rollins Band, but this song really didn't click for me, and I'm not quite sure why. I can't even put my finger on why I dislike this, to be honest. However, then we get to Civilized, and I really, really enjoyed this track like a lot.
Hang on,
And
hang on, just a second. Well, if it will.
my mustache is growing back.
Shave it.
So is mine.
Wait a minute. Hang on. Alien Man, what's up, dude?
Holy shit, he's alive!
I cannot
he's gone.
believe it. Oh, he left.
He's dead. He's dead. He's executed. No, no. I'm going to cry.
Interplanetary war crimes.
Are the Enclave in space?
All right.
Reminds me of that one game, the one of I'll be
Destroy
going
all
to the old
humans.
place not corrupted by capitalism. Space. I don't remember the
Is that-
name
is that-
now.
Is it Destroy All Humans? Because Destroy All Humans is great.
No, it's not Destroy All Humans, but it has something like Red Alert, I think. Red Alert 3. I don't know.
Either way, Civilized. I really, really enjoyed this track, and it felt like recently I watched the first Iron Man film, and this really gave me kind of like flashbacks to the first Iron Man film soundtrack. So I really liked this track, in the way it sounded quite a lot.
Cadenza, you here, man?
I cannot
Yeah, I
believe it.
got
He
dropped
has
from the call a
arrived.
second ago. Can you hear me?
Holy
Yeah,
shit,
we-
he's alive!
You're
He's alive! Oh my
alive!
god, I can hear him!
You guys are laggy. You guys are laggy.
So are you?
Hear ya.
Yeah, so are you.
Hold on. On my shitty iPhone.
Wanderer
sticks.
music.
So wander into intermission beatboxing music. Night, time to cry myself to sleep. Shut up, Sterno. Enjoy your cry. You little loser.
Oh, good night, Sterno. I didn't read that.
Sleep well. I'll be standing at the foot of your bed about to grab you. You think you're safe?
British exorcist. No, wait,
Mate,
British
they
Hamara.
call me the British Agent 47. Except I have hair.
Okay, so in your Twitter bio, you need to put that you can act like
The
Bruno
British Agent
Porowski.
47. Oh,
British Bruno
Chill slash
Porowski.
Bruno. Chill slash Bruno Parosnik enthusiast and impressionist. That's
Yeah,
like literally
sounds
what
good.
I could do. I'm gonna
Alright.
stick that in my Twitter bio.
Well, he dropped out again.
I think he's having some.
He
We
might
should
be
continue. Yeah.
Yeah, go
Yeah, we
go
should
ahead.
continue with the review. So the next track is I've shortened it to Divine because I feel like the actual track name is a little bit long in my opinion, but honestly I wasn't too bothered by this. It was kind of just another, I'm not too fussed about this track moment, but doesn't make it bad. Like I said, doesn't make it bad. If I find a song okay, or if I wasn't too bothered about it, it just means I kind of wasn't feeling it, and it doesn't make it a bad song. Trust me, if I didn't enjoy a song, you'll probably know about it. So either way, moving on, Liar. I absolutely love the beginning of this song, and when the track comes into full effect, it's a pretty damn awesome track as well. Coming off the back of Liar, another pretty decent track in my opinion. More of the same, really. Great vocals, great guitar, great drums. I really enjoy the drums. Wrong Man. I don't really what to say about this track, but it was a really good one in my opinion. I didn't really quite. I think at the time I was on the bus rushing home from college, so I whipped up these notes in about a second. So Wrong Man and Volume 4, I really enjoyed them, but I don't really have much to say on them, if you know what I mean.
Right.
So then we get on to Tired. The beginning of the song was absolutely amazing, and I really, really enjoyed that. And then the sorry about that. Like as the track progresses, it just gets more and more into kind of like a state where it becomes to me phenomenal. I think honestly, Tired is probably one of my favorite tracks next to Disconnect and Civilized. Alien Blueprint, I honestly wasn't too bothered about this track.
song you
I don't know
talking
what it was. Sorry, what was that,
What?
Cadenza?
Sorry, what are we talking about?
He's doing a review of the album Wait by the Rollins Band.
He is doing the Fantano thing.
Yeah, I'm currently cosplaying British Anthony Fantano. That's that kind of sums up everything pretty nice.
Non-ball Fantano.
It's like that time it's like that one time Old Painful did a review on a Special Agent Oso, but like somewhat better, I guess, because I may be
Painful
British,
Man.
but at least I'm not Australian. Like, who's Australian, dude?
At least I ain't Australian.
Yeah, dude. So then getting on to Shine, I felt it was all right. It was an okay end of the album, but honestly, Shine could have been better in my opinion. I really feel like it could have been tweaked or improved somewhat. Overall, the album had really, really high highs and some decent okay parts, and it really wasn't bad at any point in my opinion. But since it was only like 2 or 3 songs that I really, really got invested in, that I really, really enjoyed, I've given this an 8 out of 10.
Nice.
Good numbers.
So what kept it from getting higher than an 8?
Honestly, mainly because I wasn't too much of a fan of a lot of the songs in there. Like I wasn't too much bothered by them, so they weren't kind of clicking with me. I'd say the ones that really, really I got really invested in were Tired, Liar, Civilized, and Disconnect. They were the four or so songs that I really, really enjoyed.
I'll have to.
So
I'll have to make.
it's kind of like a lack of a enjoyed.
I'll have to make sure that I send you one of the Black Flag albums that Henry Rollins was on. I mean, it's going to be like completely,
Blacklist.
huh?
It's gotta be Blacklist, right?
No, it either
Or
be
was he on another?
Damaged or My War.
Oh yeah, Damaged. That's the one.
Because Damaged
Blacklist is a song in it.
because Damaged has got like all like TV Party and Rise Above and stuff like that on it.
Spray Paint.
Yeah.
Depression.
Now, if you're looking for a really cool album to check out, and I don't know if either one of you have listened to it before, the album is called Rise Above, and it is a album that Henry Rollins put out, and it's all Black Flag covers that were done by different vocalists.
I've heard of it. It's good.
He's got, you got Lemmy from Motorhead and Tom Araya from Slayer and Ice-T and Chuck D from Run DMC and all this, or not Run DMC, but Public Enemy. Really, really good record. So let's go ahead and let's hear about Mr. Manson.
All right, so Marilyn Manson, in my opinion, comes off somewhat batshit insane on this one, in my opinion. So the prelude. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the prelude, huh? That was scary. I really didn't like this. I really didn't like the prelude to the album. It just scared me. Like,
okay,
what? There was so many unsettling noises. Why did this exist?
Okay, you do know what that actually is, don't you?
What, the scary sounds and stuff?
No, like what he was saying. Could you hear what he was saying?
Yeah, I do vaguely. I do remember what he was saying. It was some sort of nursery rhyme, right?
It's from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, that's because I do kind of vaguely remember. Yes.
Yeah, that's what that was, because the entire concept of the album, some of the concept for the album was supposed to be like, more specifically that one, and the song Dope Hat were supposed to be like a more sinister and darker take and spin on Willy Wonka, the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
I didn't know that.
If you go onto YouTube like right now and just type in Marilyn Manson Dope Hat and bring up the video, you'll see what I'm talking about, because the entire video is based around the boat ride scene.
Huh. I know of another artist that has done like a version of Willy Wonka stuff. This being Primus doing a literal soundtrack rework.
Yeah, they had like a concept album kind of, where they, like, the promotional stuff, like they were dressed up in like suits similar to like the ones where they go into the TV, the Wonka Vision room.
Yeah, that's kind of like that profile picture on Spotify, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we didn't like the prelude. So
Cake and Sodomy. What a title. What a title. So that's very similar to Prelude, so I didn't like that so much. However, I waited for the song to get into things, and when it really did get into things, I really, really enjoyed the guitar and the drums and the small parts of noise in the background. So, in my opinion, Cake and Sodomy is a pretty jamming track. So, Lunchbox is the next one. Child swearing at the beginning, not cool. Not on my Christian Minecraft server.
Oh, God.
The guitar in this track was, yet again, brilliant, and I feel like this is going to be something that I'm going to be repeating all the way through. I'm not quite a big fan of Marilyn Manson's vocals. However, the drums especially, I like the drums a lot. I think, honestly, Marilyn Manson, out of any band that I've listened to, has to have the favorite, like, sounding drum of mine. It's
Oh,
just
you
sounds
haven't
so badass, dude.
you haven't heard The Hunter yet. That album has some great drums. Let me tell you.
I also like the guitar, but I don't know. I feel like I have definitely heard better guitars in my time. I really feel like this album shines in the drums, really.
Yeah,
Um,
the drum
organ
sound is.
grinder or organ grinder. I really hate the name of it. Just makes me feel disgusting. It was a pretty alright track. But it wasn't really my favorite per se. I do think that Marilyn Manson did do a good job on this track, though. It sounded, it fit well with kind of like the flow and everything with the rest of the album. Cyclops, really like
I
the
love
guitar in the backdrop of the
I love
beginning.
Cyclops,
It feels
yeah.
very kind of, it feels very kind of, I guess you could say it's like atmospheric at the beginning, with the guitars in the background and the somewhat demonic whispering. As it fades into the foreground before being replaced with the verse, I really enjoyed this track. It was pretty good. Honestly, it was funny we were talking about Dope Hat before. I really wasn't too crazy about this track, and I think it's because it's meant to be kind of, I guess a little bit darker. I guess a little bit, yeah. I don't know why I just couldn't get with it really. Get Your Gun. That was fine. I didn't really like it much. Bar the chorus. The chorus on Get Your Gun is really damn good in my opinion. So the next one is Wrapped in Plastic. Wrapped in Plastic had such an awesome bass line, and the drums and everything else starting to creep in with the track just makes it get better and better and better. So Wrapped in Plastic is another fantastic track in my opinion. Dogma. The guitar on this track was phenomenal. So I really enjoyed the most of the instruments actually. I gotta say the instrumentation on Dogma was pretty kick-ass. So yeah, I like the song as well. Sweet Tooth for the first minute or so, it's weird as hell. Before it like kind of kicks in, it kind of gives me Tool vibes from when Tool does these really weird ambience kind of style tracks in between their main like kind of meat and potatoes of their albums, and it was kind of giving me those types of vibes. How it took so long to kind of get into things with this track,
Right.
but it kicks in with some really awesome sounding instruments. Honestly, Sweet Tooth one of my more liked tracks, and it's in my opinion a bit of a shame that it takes so long to get into things because I'm not particularly a big fan of scary noises and shit like that before my songs start playing. I much rather a song gets into things straight away and stuff. Snake Eyes and Sissies, I really wasn't too fussed about that in my opinion. I really didn't like Mr. Monkey, and it was mainly because of the vocals.
Now,
The
interesting
vocals
thing.
on this track were
Yeah, I had a little monkey. I sent him to the country, and I fed him on gingerbread. Along that song was actually that is a song that was actually written by Charles Manson himself.
really.
Mm-hmm. No, the song
I'm
is called My
not
Monkey.
surprised that I don't like it then.
The song was called My Monkey, I think, because the whole thing is I had a little monkey. I sent him to the country, and I fed him on gingerbread. Along came a choo choo and knocked my monkey cuckoo, and now my monkey's dead.
Jesus. But honestly, it wasn't even down to the lyrics. I mean, if the lyrics were, just the way they are, with a little bit better like vocalism, then maybe I would have liked this track. But honestly, just the way the vocals are put out in this track just sounded awful to me. So, Mr. Monkey, definitely I don't like this track.
Okay.
So, Misery Machine, it was a pretty kick-ass way to end shit off, in my opinion. So from this album overall, I get really loose with Rollins Band. With Weight, I get better, like more kind of strong feelings with this, but I get more loose ones from Marilyn Manson's album. I get very loose Rage Against the Machine vibes from both of the albums for this week. But I got to say, it really comes off great. I enjoyed both of these albums quite a lot, but I don't really feel like Marilyn Manson is, something I would listen to on the daily. But it was still good. It was still listenable. It definitely doesn't feel like another, pork soda to me, which honestly I'll probably have to go back and re-review at one point because I don't feel like it was very justified. But at the same time, yeah, I half felt this one, half didn't. So that's why Marilyn Manson's A Portrait of an American Family gets a 7.5 out of 10.
Oh, all right. And I've just sent you your homework for the show coming up on the 28th. So if you want to go ahead and announce that.
Oh, let's go. Oh, yes. Dude, I am so excited to listen to this. I'm literally going to get off the stream and start listening to that, dude. I'm so excited. So,
I'm going to
the
go
first
and
one that we
sleep
have,
as soon as this finishes.
the first album that we have to listen to is Typo Negative's World Coming Down from 1999. I think I saw the album cover for this, and I was like, that album cover looks kick-ass. I want to listen to this music. So I'm
it's
very,
depressing
very
as
excited
fuck.
to listen to that.
I'm going to warn you,
Depressing?
it's the most depressing type of album.
Dude, even better. I love sad music.
There's
and
no joke tracks.
No, there's no joke tracks on it at all. Like it's really
So no kill all white people.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of crazy interludes in between songs.
But they're like death scenarios or something.
Yeah. So this one's definitely like their darkest album. But it's so good. Oh, but it's so good. It's so good. I got to see them 6 months before this album came out, and then 6 months later the album came out, and then I got to see them again after it came out.
If they ever invent like time machines or like a way to simulate the past, I would definitely go back to like some Typo Negative concerts.
Hey, bring me with you.
Yeah, me too.
Dude. Donkey Widows and probably Doc as well. Come with me, and then we'll go see some Typo Negative through like some weird augmented reality. Let's go to the memory den in Fallout 4. Either way, so the second one
see you in the
is
pit, man.
Right.
The second album is Black Label Society Hangover Music.
Oh yeah.
Volume 6 actually. Sorry, I got the numerals wrong around. So, what's this one then? I've never noticed the album or the name of the band before.
Black Label Society is a band that was started by a guy named Zach Wilde, who plays guitar for Ozzy. And this was a band that he put together when he wasn't doing music with Ozzy Osbourne.
Well, after Pride and Glory.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he had Pride and Glory, but a lot of the Pride and Glory stuff actually just got folded into Black Label.
Yeah.
Because you can go back and find the track "Losing Your Mind" on one of the.
On the
I don't know if you.
one.
Yeah, it was on the first Black Label album.
Sonic Brew, was it?
I think it was Sonic Brew, if I'm not mistaken. But he Zach Wilde is a tremendous musician, guitar player, can play the fuck out of a piano. But this is a band that he has been doing for many years. But the guitar, I mean, he's the one doing like the lead guitar and all the solos and stuff like that. So your mind's going to be blown as far as the guitar work goes, because he is like, let me put it to you like this. If you've ever listened to any like old Ozzy Osbourne records or songs like Crazy Train and, stuff like that, like the Randy Rhoads era of Ozzy Osbourne, he's basically like almost like a reincarnation of Randy Rhoads.
Well,
I think there's only ever been like a Ozzy Osbourne style song that I've listened to, and that was one that he did with Post Malone a couple of years back.
Oh,
Oh,
it
dude.
wasn't a couple of years back. That was like last year.
Yeah.
All right,
See,
so I misremembered.
okay.
Either way, that entire album was shit, so I kind of ditched it after like
The
the
new
first couple
Oz
of weeks.
is kind of weak too. Let's be honest.
Right. You need to go back into like old Ozzy, like,
No
Diary
more
of a Mad.
tears.
No More Tears, Diary
That's
of a
the album with Zach
Madman.
Wild.
Um,
Bark at the Moon.
Bark at the Moon, The Ozman Cometh.
Diary of a Madman.
But yeah,
Um,
dude, like the song Post Malone, I guess it was fine. But the entire Post Malone album that came out last year was just really sucky. I think
right.
it was probably one of his most sucky records. I'm not gonna lie.
But no, I think you'll enjoy Black Label Society.
Yeah. Cadenza says in chat that I should check out NF. Not gonna lie, I'm not too much of a fan of NF. I've listened to a handful of his songs before. He's decent. I just don't feel like he's like my style of rap. Like the type of rap that I listen to is like MF Doom, Earl Sweatshirt, Kendrick Lamar, like real kind of
good
boom bap
taste.
shit.
No,
ending.
The good things are going to be the All Eyes on Me album from Tupac, the original Ice-T records, the original Ice Cube records, Doggy Style from Snoop Dogg, The Chronic by
What about
Dr.
Illmatic?
Dre.
Oh god, I remember there was one of those OG hip hop artists that had like the most awful album cover ever.
Nothing can be worse than Origin of the Feces.
Wonder. If I remember, the album cover was literally a goat giving birth to the rapper or something.
Never mind.
No, you're not talking about the Origin of the Feces out record. Once again, the
Which
Origin
was the
of the
one where it's
Feces.
just like some dude's ass?
No,
That
that
was
was
the
Slow, Deep, and Hard, and it wasn't
that was-
and it wasn't an ass. It was his dick.
Christ, never mind then.
Wait.
I must have saw some alternative version then.
Oh, I got the
This-
image.
No!
It's not explicit. It's literally just a drawing, but it's so bad.
These are some of the things both myself and the other hippies on my show dislike about festivals. So that's what I'm going to start saying about me, you, and Doc. Just be like, these are some of the things both myself and the other hippies on my show dislike about this. So
I'm gonna have to take the Fifth Amendment on that.
Did you watch the After Dark video that I sent you? Wanderer.
Oh, not again. I'll be going to sleep because it's holy shit. It's almost 11.
Yeah, and we're
Dude,
going to be
my internet just shut itself again.
well.
Okay,
We're gonna,
let's wrap up.
yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap up then. Well, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to close and lock the sanctum for the week. And Dumpke, thank you for dropping in with us today. Really, really appreciate it. You know, you're always welcome here.
Thank you.
And Wanderer, sorry that you are having internet issues again, but yeah, if you're gonna start on that new typo record, it's like we were telling you, this one doesn't have anything really silly on it at all. This one's really, really serious. So, and it is dark. So, but
My body
guys,
is ready.
he's gonna put on his black power armor and light some candles and cut the lights out and just sit there and
Cry.
start writing.
Cry.
Just start writing like really dark poetry about how much his soul hurts.
And cry.
Actually, I have an album for you, Widow.
Okay,
And Gorguts Obscura.
send me send it to me in a DM on Discord.
Oh, of course.
Actually, speaking of which, Dumpke, while you're at that, can you please send Widow's Illmatic by Nas? Because that's like one of the OG rap albums, and I'm pretty sure Widow's never heard of it.
Which one?
I know who Nas is. I know who he is. I'm just not.
Illmatic was probably one of the best rap albums I've ever heard in my life.
But
Okay.
we are going to go ahead and we're going to close and lock everything up in the Sanctum for the week. Now, remember, everybody, we will be back on the 28th. Going to be a big show. Once again, this is going to be a show that we are going to be dedicating to my late father. Hopefully, I will know more about our guests that I'm working on by then, but I will keep everybody up to date as possible. The more I get everything worked out. So watch the Discord and everything, and we will I'll let you know what's going on. But if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, get the notification bell on, like the stream, everybody, because last couple of shows, we've had some bumps and all of this, but we still love doing this every week. So, like I said, hit the subscribe button, notification bell on, like the stream. We really do appreciate it. Wanderer, do you have anything you want to say before we get out of here?
I'm going to kill my internet service provider.
Well, let me know what they find out about it and let me know when they make sure they got it all working for you.
Let's hope it's soon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure everything will be fine. I'll probably just be in a dodgy modem or something.
Right. Well, all right, everybody. We are going to go ahead and close up, but I do want to thank Dumpke for dropping in with us for just a little bit.
Thank you.
Bonk, I started on it, but it's like I was saying earlier, I've been dealing with my back, and then I screwed my knee up, but I still have the list you sent me, so I'm gonna probably listen to some of that later on tonight while I'm playing some Assassin's Creed. But guys, once again,
Which one? Which Assassin's Creed?
I'm back on.
They got a new track coming out from Morgan.
Good taste. Good taste.
But all right, guys, we will see you on the 28th. And once again, if you have any ideas for the show, leave them in the comment section below, or send them to me or Wander on the Discord, and we will certainly look into everything. But good to see everyone once again. Always a pleasure to be here every week. We will see you on the 28th. But until then, my friends, as always, peace be with you.